A moment of appreciation for Mono Red, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. And not just any day in the arena. Welcome to Opponent Appreciation Day in the arena. My friends, what do you do when you've gone too far in 2020? Do you make an apology video? Or do you do what a good corporation would do and declare a day of awareness so that you can do exactly business as normal every other day of the year? I have chosen that today will be Opponent Appreciation Day. There will be no salt, name calling, or shade. There will be nothing but grateful appreciation for the game that our opponent is playing with us. It will be the kindest, gentlest video. I thought, what better deck than green food? We won't counter your spells. We won't remove very many of your permanents. We'll just play big creatures and make food. Everybody will be happy. There will be absolutely no shade or salt of any kind. Crokies did some tuning on the deck and came to this list, which he posted on Twitter. I played with it a little bit on stream. It was fun. It had some weaknesses, which we're going to address as we one-board the deck, so to speak. So that's going to be a fun little addition here. What did I notice about the deck? The biggest problem with the deck is the curve, because this is more like a way down here card, very expensive. This has no board impact. This has no board impact. This is a removal spell that needs a creature in play, so this is more like a 4-drop. Do you see the issue? We don't really do anything in the game early whatsoever, unless we get to play Trail of Crumbs and Gilded Goose. So I found myself consistently mulliganing for the goose, just trying to have a goose. And because of that, the deck needs some early plays, because you'll get your goose in about, what is it, over 40%, a little under 50% of your hands. After that, if you are on the draw, which should be about 50% of your games, if you have no play until turn 3 and 80% of the field is aggro, that's a large amount of the games you don't even get to play. And it's going to be hard to get a 50% win rate, 51% win rate in best of one. So one boarding, we've got this sweet sideboard. Often if you pull a best of 3 deck, the suggestions are there for you. You just have to look in the sideboard for them. So I'm going to move some of those into the main deck. After that, I don't think we need the tome, but if you really hate control, you can run it. This does feel a lot like a green control deck, hence the name. Lovestruck Beast, in my opinion, should get in there. Now we need to decide what to cut. So one of the things to do in best of one is to trim the high side for the cheaper side, and also to take out any cards where if you draw them in multiples, they are extremely bad unless they are absolutely crucial to your strategy. So I'm going to move one of the Witch's Ovens over to the sideboard. The other thing that I'm going to do is trim the top end. Find the most expensive cards, trim a copy of each. If you draw multiples and you don't have the mana yet to cast them, it's very bad. So Primal Might, Great Henge, 1 Troll King. There we go. I'm actually going to trim the Turn Timber Symbiosis. I don't think you need it, and it does threaten to ruin the Castle Garenbrig strategy. Castle Garenbrig is a 4-of in this deck, along with a lot of basic forests, because it plays turn 5 Feasting Troll King, and that's a really big deal for the deck. So in the spirit of today's video, I think I'm going to try some shambles. Even though I do think Lovestruck Beast is a significantly better card. And yeah, after that, I'm just gonna trim like the Turn Timber Symbiosis and the Primal Might out of the sideboard, but we remember what they are. So today we're trying 2 Swarm Shamblers because we want to do Gem Razor more often and have more 1-drops since we have so many untapped green sources. All right, we've one-boarded the deck. Let's dive in and let the opponent appreciation begin. We're on the draw, and already our decision to add some cheaper cards to the deck is paying off as we get to keep this hand. Our opponent is NovaHookie98. Hello, NovaHookie98. It's nice to see you today. Thank you for being my opponent in this video. Hateful Eidolon immediately makes me not want to play the Ooze, because if the opponent kills it, they get to draw a card. So let's find out if the opponent wants to put a whole bunch of auras and increase a clock. Oh, look at this. How wholesome. They used Hedron. Okay, I'll do that. There you go. Yes, I love you too. Feels gross. What? Look at your giant magma monster. Oh my gosh, there's so many creatures. There's so many creatures right now. Well, I should probably just appreciate the fact that I'm on the draw in an almost unfixable position. So, should we wait a turn to play our ooze, or should we play it and let the opponent play an aura and draw 2 cards? I think there's a chance the opponent might sacrifice this to something, letting us eat it with the ooze before they get it back. I'm going to sit still, since we have nothing to really play this turn anyway. Our opponent goes up to 24 life and says go. They're stuck on 2 land, which is nice. We don't have a way to make a food. I think what I want to do next turn is use a wolf to kill an Eidolon. Then the opponent will play something to kill the wolf, whatever the enchantment is. They'll draw a card. Then we'll play the wolf to kill the other one, and hopefully be able to get a turn to cast ooze and eat these before the opponent brings them back. So, plan. We has plan. I also just might just dump a Troll King first, so that these can survive those auras, because this isn't too much damage, and we do have turn 5 Troll King. Look how appreciative everything is. The opponent has emoted us multiple times. They rev up their lava monster. They're stuck on 2 land, but man, they seem just fine with it. Let's hang on to our wolves. Let's wait until we have food so that the opponent can't kill them and draw cards with the Eidolons. There's nothing wrong with being very, very patient. Our opponent found a 3rd land though. They don't have Lurrus as a companion, so they might have Lurrus somewhere else. Ooh, is this a demonic embrace? Oh no! That makes the clock significantly faster. Down to 7 life. I think that we go for the Troll King, because I'm a maniac. Hopefully we survive the turn. The opponent does not have like Heartless Act or something. We get to play Great Henge and Wicked Wolf and go from there. This is definitely a game where we willingly fell way behind, and now we must figure out how to catch up. There's 1 Mire's Grasp, which we sort of saw coming, and a Deadweight. So it's down to a 2-1, but fortunately for us, it's not completely dead. It does make our Great Henge a lot worse. Now here come the creatures. Let's go to 1 life. It'll be fun. Our opponent, 39. That's a lot. All right, so with 2 Eidolons on the frickin' board. What does it have? Vigilance? We get to attack with this thing? All right, and this is 6, 7. This is not good, to put it mildly. So if I destroy this, whenever an enchant creature dies, draw a card. They don't get to draw the cards, but we still have to survive the Eidolon. We can go up to 4. This hits for 4. So we do have to destroy this, which is really sad because the opponent's going to get 2 cards out of the deal and probably get to roll from there. Not only that, I have to pump a food into the Wicked Wolf, which means it's going to tap. That's not good either. The opponent will also have this. They can enchant there, they can attack, go to 4. That's not, oof, that's really bad too. That's really bad too. Because they can just replay Demonic Embrace and kill me. So is the right play just to eat food and gain 7 and basically nullify their attack? They're going to kill this and draw a bunch of cards. We can't eat 2 foods. I guess I can play an ooze, but then they'll just target that. Nothing about this is very helpful. Man, if I wait 1 more turn, I'll have more mana. I can play Double Wolf, but I think the play that... there isn't a play that gives me a best shot at winning, actually. we die no matter what. If I play this, eat food, we die in the air. If I play this and don't, then they just cast the demonic embrace out of the graveyard, and that's all that there is to it. So the only play is to eat the food. Vessel. There's a dead weight. Now the opponent gets to draw 1,000,000 cards. That looks fun. I'm really glad that things are going well for them and not for me. If they were going well for me, well, I just don't know what to make of the game anymore. No attacks. Is this what appreciation does to people? Now they just don't want to play? That's interesting. Let's gain some life. Ram through. Interesting. Here's Wicked Wolf, no food available. Probably going to be the saddest wolf you've ever seen. Let's destroy the Hateful Eidolon. Malakir Rebirth. So now they're going to lose 2 life and bring this back onto the battlefield anyway. How exciting. How exciting that is. Let's pass the turn and appreciate the fact that the opponent gave us another turn to play with their food. They're really excited, I'm sure, to also kill my Wicked Wolf with their Mire's Grasp. Or play their Clackbridge Troll. Isn't Magic great without the salt, you guys? Dies. Voila! We did something. Witch's Oven. What does that even do for us? So I need to play the ooze and eat some of this graveyard. So that part I think is really straightforward. And the 1 extra mana, well, I don't think we play the oven here, although making food goes a long way with the wolf for the indestructibility. But I think we need the ooze. At the very least, I need to devour this Eidolon. Well, this embrace. Get that out of there. And then we can play you. And fight this Eidolon. Opponent with a mere 40 life. No big deal. Liliana, huh? Interesting.
I have the right to choose my own fate. And yours.
3rd Eidolon. I'm feeling spammed. Do you think the opponent needs to kill the ooze here? If they have a deadweight, that should be easy, but they're going for the discard effect. Oh man, I already have a Troll King in the graveyard. Is it the oven? Oven can be really good because we don't have a consistent food source. At the same time, oven isn't doing much for us now. And the Wicked Wolf is probably our best card. It's another very tough decision.
We're doing things my way.
Is that so, Liliana? Let's sacrifice a goat and let the opponent gain 3 more life up to 43 and draw a card. I think that's a good thing to do on Opponent Appreciation Day here on the CGB channel. Unfortunately, we're still not hinging, are we? All right. But let's get some frickin' food going. Troll on troll action. There's not a really great point to attacking the opponent this turn. We could bring back other troll, but I want the food for the wolves. The opponent's holding up another Malakir rebirth. Maybe we could foil that. That's about it. Because we could get like a vessel off the field. But I'd say we deal with this with the big trample Troll King. So we'll pass turn from here. Opponents should be encouraged to take their time on their decisions. I take time on my decisions. It's only fair. Uh-oh. Somebody let the rankle out. That prankster. Let's discard a card. Should it be the Primal Might or should it be the Great Henge? Yeah. Let's try to hang on to the wolf. I have a feeling the opponent's going to make me discard with their rankle, and we're going to lose our wolf, but definitely Henge is what we need to get back in the game. Henge is like Clackbridge Troll, but you get it for every creature you play. Without the 8/8-ness, of course. Why are you attacking me now? You didn't attack me when you could have killed me. What on earth? Discard and sacrifice a creature? That's mean. Well, I think I keep the ooze. I'm very worried that the opponent's going to kill it, but I think I keep the ooze. Are they on full control so they can use rebirth here? No? Maybe? Let's find out. Oh, the 4th vessel. Fun. My turn. Let's eat something. There's the long lost forest. I suppose better late than never. Henge! Speaking of better late than never. Here, trolly, trolly. Roar! Troll. Troll here. Nice. How about something that makes food? That would be very appreciated right now for my wolf. He's a hungry wolf. Okay, that can kill this. Where do we want to put that? On this ooze? Seems fine. Unfortunately, we don't get to draw when we mutate. Tragic, I know. There's the rebirth. Take 2. Blow it up. Hits the graveyard. In response. Is this the one? It better be. Let's see, does it? I think there's like reminder text, right? Enter the graveyard this turn. Bingo. Ooze. Neat ability. Okay, for the next trick. Our opponent only has these 1/1s, so we can attack the Liliana. If we attack the Liliana with both tramplers, it will die. Being at 11, we could hold this back to block a vessel, but we'll have 2 trolls. But the trolls might need to block this troll. Yeah, this is also the easiest thing to kill without food. Plus we have the ooze. Have at you. Let's go. Interesting. Let's trample, shall we? Malik or Rebirth. Have we not seen this movie? Okay, let's make sure we get the right one. When it dies, return the battlefield. All right, how do I make sure I get the right one? That's going to be the big question. Entered the battlefield entered the graveyard this turn, and then there's this one. Entered the graveyard this turn. It doesn't say which one's which. Interesting 50-50 opportunity. Interesting trick the opponent's pulling here. When this creature dies. If only he had played the land, he could have done both. I had a reason. All right, guys, which one do you think it is? I'm going to choose the one closer to the rebirth. That's just logic, right? Got him. Got him. Yeah. The one in best of one strikes again. Let's take a moment to appreciate our opponent for making that insanely awkward. There's another one in there. They're gonna get the 5/5. This time we can't respond to it because Luris lets them cast it from the graveyard. So they shall have 5/5 now. All right. Good news is we have a Gem Razor. Gem Razor has reach. Gem Razor is also an ooze. Gem Razor can grow. So if the opponent attacks with Troll and we double block, and then we sacrifice this, I think we're fine. So we can decline this sacrifice. Then we have to figure out how to kill the Luris, because there's a lot of good stuff in this graveyard. Do we have to also block with an ooze? Maybe. What if the opponent does have a removal spell? We have a backup ooze here, right? Yeah, we can't risk the troll living. Troll must die. Yeah, their troll, not my troll. Come on, guys. Shocking. Shocking development. All right, they'll get it, the troll back. The good news is I get the goats. Now I get to sacrifice a goat. Thank you. Good deal. Let's appreciate our opponent for giving us these goats to sacrifice to the Rankle, everybody. A moment of appreciation. Thank you, opponent. I'm supposed to probably emote about this. I will give them some purple love. There you go. There you go. Oh no, our opponent's sad, guys. How can we cheer them up? Let's try some different emotes. Maybe this one. Primal Might is a heck of a card to draw in Magic. I think the Luris is a huge threat, but can we get rid of everything that the Luris would bring back? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. I can do that. Easy peasy. Let's just get it done now. Kill the auras. Now Luris has no targets. Alright, we still have the Primal Might, but we can attack first and see what the opponent does. They probably don't want to trade the Luris with the Wicked Wolf. Then this Gem Razor actually holds back their flying squad. So, next. We could take out the Demon. I guess if they double block with Luris and the Demon, I'm fine with that trade. The food will come. Alright, so that worked. This is in the way. We have things to sacrifice to the Rankle. It can't hurt me. We're empty-handed. Now that we've seen that they're not doing the blocks, we can Primal Might. Actually, we just want to pay 0 and keep up activations of our lovely Scavenging Ooze. And in case this dies, that's why we want to take the Demon out. Come at me. No, don't do it. No, opponent. It's opponent appreciation day, guys. It's opponent appreciation day. Should we or shouldn't we block with the Gem Razor here? Oh, I mean, just doing this a little bit lets them know the moral dilemma that we are in. I've decided I must respect my opponent by playing them well. Therefore, I'm blocking with Gem Razor, even if they did not do the same for me and let me survive. Devour your graveyard. Let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that our opponent let us survive, and we utterly and completely came back. We took the inch. We made it into miles. Thank you, opponent. Everybody give Nova a round of applause. The draw of the magical gods. Gilded Goose, Trail of Crumbs. Let's do it. Honk honk. Let's take a moment to appreciate Initial 10. Rank 650 in Mythic. That's gotta be a hard thing to do. What happened to... What's with the mono black today? I must have missed a memo somewhere. Hovering over cards. I hear that's very frustrating for some people. I probably shouldn't do it on Opponent Appreciation Day. I'll keep my hands to myself from now on. Do we want the oven? Maybe. This looks like it's another version of this aura deck. I'll take the one oven in the deck, especially while we have trail. But we really also need more land. Got it. All right, we could play the mammoth, but we don't have the henge, so I'm not in a hurry for that. I do want to keep eating food, and I want to keep the food train going, so I think we can play an ooze in an oven since we have a backup one. We're gonna try to dig up that great henge or a troll. Those are the quest. Agadeem's Awakening. As a land, take 3. Here's the attack. No blocks. 2 points for Ephemia, the Cacophony. If the opponent has stuff in the graveyard, they can eat it and make a zombie, but they don't appear to have anything. I'm going to resolve this trigger, then use the goose. It might be a trap if they have a way to somehow get something into the graveyard at instant speed, but very unlikely. Castle is nice. Hello, hello. Our ooze even lived for now. Bizarre. Has other goose. Has mammoth. I suppose I should have hit my landfall trigger for the mammoth because I could have gotten 2 foods out of it if the opponent decides to use removal here. I also think the opponent might have a flash creature like a Paragon, so I'm actually not attacking. I'm not in a rush. We're the green Gandalf. This deck can take all day, it doesn't mind. No action from the opponent. What is their hand? What are they up to? I want to take a moment and appreciate that my opponent is letting me do my thing. Demonic Embrace. There we go. Now the opponent's ready to swing. We could block with one of the geese, but they're a key engine to the deck, so that's a last resort. This deck generates a lot of food. It sees a lot of cards. We can gain life back. That would be Malakir Rebirth. It's kind of bizarre that I don't face this mono black deck often, but I faced it twice today. Land is fine. Nice. It just doesn't get better than that, I don't think. Henji. Honk honk. Honk 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 honk. So we can play this ooze and draw a card, but we can also just wait till next turn and hold up this ooze in case the opponent does graveyard shenaniganry. Nothing wrong with taking our time. Hagra Mauling. Into the oven. Do I want to sacrifice a goose now? Not particularly. I like my geese. Down to 8. Hateful Eidolon. Yeah, we learned all about you. I remember you. Let's see what we can pull here. More land. We could make a food here instead of eating a food, but yeah. What can I say? I'm a bit of a foodie. More ooze. Lovely. Let's gain the life. What a grind this deck is. it's so, oh man, it is magic. Rawr. Go away, Eidolon. Oh, it's the troll. We don't have the mana for the troll yet. It's too bad. Backup ooze? Absolutely. Now we can interfere with the opponent in their graveyard shenanigans. In fact, I can go eat this right now. I can also take out Ephemia. 5, I can make this a 6. That works. Aggro Goose. You'll love to see it. Let's take a moment to appreciate that their mono black deck didn't really get the pieces going like our first opponent, and you saw the Goose Trail combo in this deck, and if you don't have the new Feed the Swarm to take out enchantments in your mono black deck, it can run away with the game. Yeah, this is the kind of hand only YouTubers get. When you craft the deck, you'll never get this hand. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but 10 out of 10 players who craft this deck report to me that their hands are never this good. Is it mono red? It wouldn't be Opponent Appreciation Day without mono red. Nothing in this world is more important to all of us than mono red. Without mono red, what would we be? Let's hold on to the Gem Razor. Hopefully we have something to mutate the Gem Razor onto next turn. If they don't kill the Goose and they play an Annex, which I think they would have killed the Goose if they could, we can Gem Razor onto the Goose, kill the Annex, which is going to be epic. Combo. Let's go, Mono Red. Play your Annex, hardened in the forge. Now is the time. You can do it. We believe in you, Mono Red. No pre-combat plays, by the way, to use the robber. That's interesting. What are they doing? Whoa! Slaying Fire, living up to its name and cooking this Goose. Wicked Wolf or the land. Oh, Wolf is so good, but if we don't draw a land, we're in so much trouble. I have to take the land. I have to, don't I? Don't I? So I can play the Mammoth this turn? Okay. Please send me another Wolf, please. Oh, punished. Well, we do have Gem Razor into Troll. Like, this is going to be a chunky curve. So I'd like to appreciate that my opponent still only has one robber on the field and I have 16 life. All right, they are offering a trade here. Do we take it? I think I do. I think trades are in my interest. I know I have nothing to mutate the Gem Razor onto now, but I think that's okay. If they had an Annex, I believe they'd play it. Ooh, I have something to mutate the Gem Razor onto. Should we hold back the Gem Razor? Eventually they're going to have an Annex. Eventually they're going to have an Embercleave. I think we should. Let's play the Swarm, Shambler, and the Oven. And get ready for a feasting Troll King. This also ensures we'll have something to mutate onto, although we may have to take a punch here from a Fervent Champion. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the first strike on Fervent Champion. With Rimrock Knight, it's a very potent combination. It's very hard to block. You end up taking a lot more damage than you feel like you should have to. Alright, opponent. Whoa, Kazul's Fury. Spicy choice by our opponent. I appreciate that. Now the question is, what can you do about this? I wonder what that means. So this is 10 damage. With another Rimrock Knight, it could be 14. So the question now becomes, do we want to put the Shambler in front of the Rimrock Knight? I think we just put the Troll King in front of it because we just get back the Troll King for free. And the Troll King still kills the Rimrock Knight. C5. An update is ignore that. Yeah, it's 5. A second Rimrock Knight is 7, so a Shambler wouldn't help. So here's our blocks. Oh my gosh, it's an Embercleave. Let's appreciate for a moment that our opponent played Embercleave and we didn't die. It's not every day. It's not every day you'll get to live that life. It's definitely not every day you get to live that life. Oh. And now we get to live what some might say is our best life. See, this makes 6. 1, 2. We want to play 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. So we can't use the Trail of Crumbs. So we're going to decline all these because we have other big plans for the turn, like Great Henge and Gemraiser. And now I get to decide whether or not to use a Primal Might on my opponent's Fervent Champion as well. I guess they're not interested in seeing how that turns out. A moment of appreciation for Mono Red, everybody. Thank you for the games. It really did make for excellent content for my channel. Ooh, not a keepable hand. Okay, we've got some of the early plays that we added to the deck specifically because sometimes we have to mulligan. I don't know if we keep the Oven. I mean, Oven Crumbs is a good little value engine. What if we put away the Ooze, actually? You know, I think putting away the Ooze is good. Shambler can power the Gemraiser. Ooze is a little off curve and it's better once we fill in our graveyard. Oh, our opponent says hello. Hello, let's appreciate our opponent. Max power. Getting to 1170 mythic, big accomplishment, and getting this Jace puppet and just unironically being like, yeah, I use that. That's respectable, right? We should all take a moment to respect that. All right, let's get this on the field and pump this up. Let's slow roll Trail of Crumbs. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Please find a troll for me. I want to appreciate that my opponent's going to mill me a troll. Demir Rogues. Yep. I wish I could have my Scavenging Ooze back that I put on the bottom, but maybe we can find another. And yeah, we really want them to mill a troll for us. That would be nice. Bloodchief's Thirst. Into the oven you go. Our opponent is Bloodchief's Thirsty. Let's develop a trail. I don't think we want to gem raise this and beat down. Maybe we did, but I think it's a lot better to try to play a Wicked Wolf. Maybe next turn we get to do that. Scavenger, okay. Big turn coming. We need the land for the wolf. On the play, sometimes you just miss that land drop. Here we go. Rude. But Scavenging Ooze is not a bad card. Might get drowned in a lock here. Start eating some critters. Pass the turn. Gonna need that land. Or a troll. You're welcome to put a troll into my graveyard. That would be fine. Another scavenger. Come on, troll. Troll me. The scavengers are a problem. Gemraiser can jump up and block them, but I really want it on the Wicked Wolf so it can be indestructible. That's a tap land. No, not like this. We could put the Gemraiser here now, but if the opponent just has a removal spell, then our whole plan is blown up. Whereas if we kind of need them to play a removal spell, because if they counter the Wicked Wolf, our whole plan is blown up. We could just eat these creatures and keep our opponent's scavengers a little weaker. Oh, I don't think the Gem Razor is going to hit anything out of their deck, so we're going to go for this. Now we have a blocker. Please mill a troll. I would like you to mill a troll into my graveyard. I also want the opponent to play their Drown in the Lock as a removal spell here for the Gem Razor instead of a counter spell for the Wolf. So I'm trying to set them up. I would appreciate an opponent who would walk into my trap. Troll. Brazen Burrows. Okay, they tapped out. So, what is this? It's a token and the 4/4. We could throw it in the graveyard to make the food. We need the food for the wolf in theory, but I also want this back for reach because I need to play the wolf, fight, save the wolf. Yeah, this is gonna be close. We also need to keep drawing land. Oh, the Thieves Guild Enforcer wants to rumble. I was hoping that wouldn't attack. Wolf can't brick wall it. We have to block with Ooze, I think. The clock is too fast. Because Wolf can't block it, because Wolf has to tap, because it has to eat food and survive here. Ooh! Alright. I think we were one land away in this mat game, and considering that we had to mulligan, that could have been the card. I think we're really far behind now, and I don't know if we're gonna get back in it. Might be asking too much. Troll. Troll. That, and they didn't mill a troll. Which really hurt. I can't stress to you how great it would have been to get back the 7/6 and sacrifice the foods for free, put pressure on them. Oh well. Land. Now we try to figure this out. We can put the Gem Razor here and have a food to sacrifice for life. We also can chump block with a goose. Our opponent has one card. If it's a good card, we can't win. I think that's pretty clear. Good card located. All right, so can we survive another turn? We cannot survive another turn. I guess I take a moment to appreciate the fact that I didn't draw some lands and had to mulligan, and our opponent spammed scavengers and we couldn't come up with a troll. Let's appreciate that we got very unlucky and appreciate that our opponent just played a pretty, you know, roguey game. Let's also appreciate that they just have to take this moment to flex. It's very, very important. That or they don't know they have lethal. Oh, good job, good one, yes. Wow, oh, and the good game to just absolutely rub it in that they won. Let's take a moment to appreciate the 40-4 victory that they just absolutely have to slow roll and revel in as much as possible. It is it is Opponent Appreciation Day after all. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and I hope that you enjoyed Opponent Appreciation Day. Will CGB return to his evil, salty ways? Do opponents who have to play every single card from their hand, then say GG, then carefully, slowly attack, deserve appreciation? Answer these questions and more on the next CovertGoBlue video. Goodbye.